And welcome to Rainbow Pagan. Before I start this video, I want to say I hope you enjoyed the new intro. If you don't, let me know. Just let me know in general what you think of it. I tried my best to do something cool with the Greek intro. Yes, I did use the Sparta remix, mainly because I think Sparta, I'm pretty sure, was a Greek. Yeah. So here we go. Okay, before I got started on Guy Dionysus, I might be saying it wrong, but a few things is that I really truthfully don't know a lot about this god. I did some basic, research, titles, god of, animals, stuff like that. But when it comes to this god, he's not, from what I understand, he's not a very talked about god. So it was a little bit harder to do this one for me, so I read up a little bit this morning on him, so bear with me. He has no alternative titles. He has alternative spelling names, which I will put right here. And he is, his Greek spelling of his name, he has two Greek spellings of how they spell it in Greek. Now, many people know Dionysus as just the god of wine, when he was god of many other things. One of which I am very proud of, he is god of homosexuals. So if you are homosexual, you can pray to him for help in any matters, because he favors homosexuals. And plus, Dionysus was gay, which makes sense, he's god of homosexuals. But I think that's very awesome that he is a gay god. Just like Apollo was bisexual, and now I find out Dionysus was homosexual. So it's really cool. And I know that some people are going to say, well, bisexual and homosexuality is the same thing. What I mean by homosexual, that he was homosexual, is I mean that he was all gay. Okay, let's start. He was god of 12 things: wine, theater, grapes, madness, spiritual awareness, darkness, homosexuals, wild, reincarnation, plays, fruit, and vegetables. I can't pronounce that word. Festivals, there we go. And his sacred animals, he had 6 sacred animals, which in Egyptian, when I did the Egyptians, it's not uncommon for a god or a goddess to have 12 sacred animals. And a lot of people think that a god or the goddess, they only have 1 sacred animal, which is not true. Some gods and goddesses can have many sacred animals. He had 6. His first sacred animal was a leopard. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry, but you will see the picture here. A goat, a donkey, a lion, and a shepherd. I can't pronounce this, so I'll put it up, and a bull. Now, his sacred plants or fruits was grapes, ivory, cinnamon, and I put cinnamon twice on here. Good thing you caught that. And silver 4, and binded reed. His sacred objects, one was an ivy clone, and I can't pronounce the other one, so it will be listed right here with the name. His mother was Shemale, S-E-M-A-L-E. I can't pronounce that right, so I know that some people are very into people pronouncing the names right, so I apologize. She was actually mortal. She was not, per se, a god. She was a mortal, so this makes Dionysus actually a half-god. She was princess of a town, and I will put the town right here of which town she was, and his father was Zeus. Now, as we know, since we're going through there, that Zeus had many, many children. And Zeus, as we know, was father of the gods. Now, his husband was, I can't pronounce his name here, but I will put the picture on his name, and he was prince of, he wasn't even a god, he was a prince, and I will put the kingdom that he was, and he had one child, believe it or not, a very popular god, and he has a child with Pan. Pan was his kid, and he had Pan, I'm looking it up here real fast, with Hermes. Hermes was bisexual as well, and him and Hermes came together and made Pan. Which you may be saying, well, how is that possible? The gods. Let's just put it that way. Okay. And like I said, his child was Pan. And now I'm going to read you a little bit of history on him that I had. Dionysus became one of the most important gods in everyday life. He became associated with several key concepts. One was rebirth and after death. He was a dual nature, the one hand bringing joy and divine instancy. On the other hand, brutal, unthinking rage. Though reflecting both sides of wine's nature, if he chooses, Dionysus can drive a man mad. No normal factors can hold him. So actually it's very hard, it looks like that he is very strong. Here, little story about his birth here. Hero did not like Dionysus because of Zeus cheating and sleeping with his mother Shema. So Hero gave Shema the power to see Zeus who he really was. Zeus loved her so much with her. So when she asked Zeus to show her his true picture, true fame, she instantly burnt to a crisp by the sight of his glory. That has to do a lot with Christianity too. They say that if you actually read some of the books they say that if you would see God as who he truly was, that would happen to you. So that's very interesting. Dionysus' problems with Hera was not yet over yet. She was still jealous and angry for the Titans. So she had the Titans kill him. The Titans ripped him into pieces. However, Rhea, which actually is a Titan herself, brought him back to life. After this, Zeus arranged for his protection and turned him over to the Mount, I can't pronounce that one, I'll put a picture up, to be risen. So that's a little bit of history on Dionysus. If you want to know more of his story, I will post the link that I got this story out of on the side. Some of it I don't totally agree with, some of it I do. So this is Rainbow Pagan, and I hope you enjoyed this pantheon about Dionysus.